I have an issue nowadays. Okay. Bear with me here. I have an issue with one side of the aisle saying that because I believe police are necessary in a civilization to keep peace and order, saying that because I believe in that I shouldn't have children, and saying that had there been a school shooting, if it was my kid involved in a school shooting, s- whether I say I want to run in guns blazing or not, whether I could even make it into the building, okay? Which I wouldn't make it into the building regardless. Who do you think's getting that call first? Literally, a school shooting happens, and then the people at the school are dialing 911 immediately. Those text messages don't go, those phone calls do not go to parents or any of that stuff. It's literally going to the people whose job it is to protect citizens. But yesterday, I'm being told I am R word for thinking that because she would rather run in past the police and put herself in danger rather than allow them to do their jobs. I understand police are not always perfect. They're not. Nobody is perfect. She believes because she has had bad experiences that she is entitled to her feeling that she wants to abolish police. I can understand where that comes from, but these people just do not understand the ramifications of that. And this video right here kind of plays into that. So,
I have found the perfect answer to not all men. The Chinese girls are cooking because listen to this. Out of 10 men, 1 makes a sexual joke directed at a woman, 2 laugh along, 3 don't find it funny but still chuckle to fit in, 4 say nothing, they pretend they didn't hear it at all. Not a single one speaks up, not a single one stops it. Later, aside from the man who made the joke, the other 9 all believe the same thing. Men like that are a minority. Most men aren't like this. They all see themselves as part of the good majority. But from the woman's perspective, the one being harassed, there is no big difference between them. The laughter, the silence, the looking away, all of it creates the same environment. So when women say most men are the same, this is what they mean. Not every man harasses women, but that most men participate in protecting the system that does.
So let's slow this down for a second and actually look at the logic here. The claim is this: out of 10 men, 1 makes inappropriate joke. Some laugh, some awkwardly chuckle, some stay silent, and nobody speaks up. And the conclusion? Most men are the same. Most men are protecting the system. Here's the problem: that's a moral expansion trick. You take the worst actor in the room, the guy who made the joke, and then you stretch responsibility to everyone present. But silence is not the same as endorsement. There are many reasons why people don't intervene in the moment: social pressure, fear of escalation, not wanting public conflict, being caught off guard, not knowing what to say.
being looked at as weird or otherwise a problem to 8 out of the 10 people in that room is kind of my thought on it. If it's really all that bad, yes, speak up, say something. But to be able to put that much responsibility and just I'm supposed to be offended by a joke that was made when nowadays women are literally saying Republicans or even centrists with Republican ideals that because they think that way or voted one way, they're literally no worse than Nazis.
You can criticize passivity, sure, but equating passivity with offensive behavior is a logical leap. Now let's test this logic properly. Imagine out of 10 men, 1 actually speaks up and shuts it down. What happens then? Do all men suddenly become good? Of course not. So the framework collapses the moment the numbers change. Let's go deeper. Men also created the very systems that restrain bad men: police, law enforcement, courts. Why do these exist? Because without them, society turns into chaos, rule of the jungle.
Literally chaos. He's about to say it, but might means right. Literally with an M, might. The biggest survive. And that's just not how that's not how it should be. Our system is not perfect, but say it is abolished tomorrow. We don't have police whatsoever, and it is chaos, total and utter chaos.
The strongest wins. Humans created structures to prevent exactly that. Now follow the same logic. A small percentage of men built legal systems. Some men enforce them, some support them, some just comply with them. By this logic, that would mean most men are protecting justice. But that's also false, which proves the point. Participation in a society does not equal endorsement of every individual's behavior inside it. Now let's flip it. Imagine one woman posts a toxic, misandrist video about men. Out of 9 women watching, 2 comment positively, 3 like it to fit in, 4 think it's wrong but stay silent. Does that mean all women are protecting a system of misandry? Of course not. And if you reject that conclusion, you must reject the original one too. Logic has to work both ways. Yes, from an emotional perspective, silence can feel like complicity. That feeling is real, but feelings are not the same as facts. There is a difference between the person who commits.
She also liked to say the example that she uses. She has a bad experience with police, and I keep calling that perception or her perceiving that all police are bad because of the bad experiences she has had with police. That is subjective. That is literally your lived experience. No one can literally say it happened. No one can deny it happened because it's your lived experience. But the majority of interactions with police, they are there to protect you. They are there to keep order and make sure nothing happens in large crowds in just everyday life, that it goes smoothly. I understand even back in the day, what was it, the coal miner riot or the coal miner revolt? They sat there and had the police as basically an army, had paid these police in order to sit there and keep the actual miners off of the property while they were protesting, which I think is wrong. It was totally wrong. It's
Harm, the person who actively supports it, and the person who fails to intervene. Those are not identical categories. The moment you collapse them into one, you remove nuance. And when you say most men are the same, you are not encouraging accountability. You are assigning collective guilt. And collective guilt rarely produces improvement. It produces defensiveness. If you want people to speak up more, you encourage courage. You normalize intervention. You reward accountability. You don't tell people they're guilty no matter what they do. Because the moment guilt becomes collective, justice stops being justice. It becomes ideology. And that's the real issue here.
I have found
all right. So let's just go on here and just search.
Have you noticed the
Okay, maybe that's not a good example.
If you want a country like that, go to Africa. There's plenty of them. They're called PvP servers. I, preferably, don't want to be on one. So these people are trying to turn our normal country, and this is happening in Europe too. So if you're European and you're like, oh, this doesn't apply to me, we don't have this problem. Yeah, you do. They're driving through the fucking crowds with trucks instead of guns. Oh, wow, that's so much better. You guys have problems too. This is a problem inside of all of Western civilization because I think that we have culturally not been willing to just put our foot down with these fucking freaks. These absolute fucking deranged, mentally ill, violent, psychotic freaks that need to be put in a mental institution. And
to be honest with you, with the amount of people I've seen celebrating the assassination attempt on Trump and saying, "Oh, why'd you miss? Like, these are the best people we got." Like, this is nuts. I understand it's a small portion of the people, but the fact that they have the courage to get online and literally put that out to anybody who's watching or wants to just scroll by, that's we should not be in a society where that is normalized. That is literally inciting violence. That is you being upset that somebody failed to literally off a whole nother person. It's crazy to me. But thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all later tomorrow. or whenever I decide to post again. Bye.